Good morning, and welcome to episode 1 of Two Left Thumbs, a console gaming podcast. Good start, Static. Good start. I'm Static, joined here today with my good friend, as always, Dawn of the Dan. How are you, mate?
Yeah, how you going?
Got
Not
him
too
off
bad.
guard.
Freaking hot here this morning.
Yeah, I bet.
Hot.
What's
All
happening,
right,
mate?
so-
So how's your weekend gaming been, my man? Or Fortnite? How's your Fortnite in gaming been?
Fortnite being gaming, it's been a bit of a trip down memory lane for me. Dug through the back library of my PlayStation. I found Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider more specifically, which I can remember starting about 2 years ago, and then I think it was something called Rise of Iron or Graphic Machine or something like that, and come and booted that out. And so I ran through that, enjoyed myself thoroughly. Definitely recommend that game to anybody. And then I picked up and started Last of Us, I think, on last Sunday night.
Ooh.
Played that way back on PS3 days, so enjoyed it then and enjoying it now.
Nice one, nice.
So, what about you, my man?
I've just been doing my normal stream thing, so playing games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Fortnite, Destiny 2, of course. What else have I been playing? All of it. I actually cracked out Forza Horizon 3 the other night.
I saw that cheeky stream.
Had a blast. Yeah, it was a cheeky one. I slipped that right now. Actually, I think I just completely ignored my schedule and just went and played it because I wanted to. So, but it was good. It was good. It was so much fun, man.
Sweet. Hey, on HCD, Tomb Raider playing that. I can see. I've played Horizon Zero Dawn, and I didn't pick it up at the time. But going back and playing Tomb Raider, you can see where so much of HCD borrowed from, like Tomb Raider and that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so many
right.
of the, sort of the mechanics and other bits and pieces. It was kind of striking at the time. So it was definitely going back in history and seeing that. It was like, wow.
Yeah, I did catch a few of the streams while you were playing it. It did look really good. Looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I like
and
the
good story too.
I like that sort of mechanic of like the ice picks and climbing walls and things like that. It was really cool. It was a good little touch.
Yeah, highly interactive with the environment and like environmental puzzles and whatnot. So
yeah,
it was good.
No,
it was good. It just wasn't all shoot the back guns and do those things. There was a lot of other lateral thinking as well.
Yep. Probably a game I'm terrible at. You gotta think outside the box.
So how's HCD going?
Man, it's a lot of fun.
The cold lands yet?
Not yet, man. I'm still frozen. The DLC is a lot of fun. It's I had actually last time I played, I missed this week because of cheeky streams that I just added in. But I had last time I played it, I had almost a 20-minute battle with 3 frost claws, which are just giant polar bear type machines, and they're ridiculous. Like one of them alone is enough to sort of make you cringe, but throw 3 at you at a time. And
I noticed watching some of the battles that like the machines have ramped up in difficulty.
Big time. They make them battles now. Like if anyone has played it and remembers the first ever Thunderjaw that you take on, you can almost liken a battle with one of these things to one of those. But now you've got a little more experience, sort of thing. They're extremely hard to hit. They move fast when they want to move, and just caused havoc really there. 3 of them was 3 of them almost made me cry, but I got through it.
I'm looking forward to jumping back into that too.
Yeah, the new things they've thrown into it are just make it really good. But I don't think it, like, obviously it isn't as big, and it shouldn't be as big as the main game was. But what they've thrown in is a really good addition to it.
Yeah, that's sweet. It's another thing waiting on my hard drive, giving me guilt complex.
Yeah, you got to get into it, man. It's good fun. Yeah, I know a couple of guys that also watch sort of play it as well. So they've always either got me on mute or sort of just lurking because I don't want too much to be given away. Yeah. I don't think it's as story driven as the main game. But if you just want to go in and kill some stuff and maybe pay attention to half the story, you're all right.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about the main game. You could get distracted with side quests for like 3 weeks.
Big time. I spent
I'm not one of those people. I don't thrive on having to collect icons on maps, but that's a game where I actually wanted to. I was driven to go collect all the icons on the map, so they did that part of the game really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the grind in that game, like in the main game, even the grind in that wasn't a grind really. Like it wasn't. You didn't. There was no point where I went, oh, I got to go and get a whole bunch of this. You know, it was just like, oh, let's go do it. There's always
hunting.
Yeah,
hunting the things was fun.
That's right. It was sort of ever changing. You know what I mean? Like everything you encountered was that little bit different every time. So even if you went the same way, everything was that little bit different.
Nice. Yeah, they definitely did a good job on that game.
Yeah.
Definitely did. All right.
You want to touch on these?
Anything else?
What else have I been? No, I haven't got anything much else. I've been playing a few other games that we'll touch on a bit later, but played the Sea of Thieves beta, which is open right now for anyone that wants to go and check it out. PC and Xbox. I know on Xbox, if you go and download the Xbox Insider app, you will have the beta access from there. I don't know how you get that on PC. It might be the same thing. I don't know. We're a console gaming podcast here, PC. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm a PC plebeian.
I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Go check it out. We'll talk a little more about that a bit later. Freebie games on PSN and Xbox Gold this month. PS4 we have Rhyme, Knack, Starblood Arena, and Grand Kingdom. You had a bit of a look at them. What's your initial take on these games, man?
With Rhyme, it's an adventure puzzle game done by a little independent sort of studio. I think it's been kicking around in one form or another, and it sort of gives me, if you go way back, it's the game Myst. It gives me that vibe. It's a game like that where, okay, it's not going to be combat heavy or anything like that. It's going to be more, let's go solve puzzles and progress through the map and solve a mystery. Knack looks like a good old-fashioned platformer beat-em-up, some cross between Crash Bandicoot and God of War.
You know what? I guess the main character out of that reminds me of. Reminds me of the nanobots from Big Hero 6. Reminds me of the nanobots. Yeah. Just the way the thing comes together, like it's made of, or they call them relics. Yeah. So that you can.
The concept of it's like Voltron, all the bits joined together to form a big guy or something like that, don't they?
Yeah, you go from like this 3 foot tall thing to 30, 40 meters high. You know, like it looks like a lot of fun, to be honest.
No, can't wait. It's in the pile to try.
Yeah.
Next is one that I can't try, but I probably would if I could. Is Starblood Arena.
I'd be looking at that if I could too.
Yeah, it's a VR game. So basically, what it's likened to is Overwatch. It's VR's answer to Overwatch, is what all the reviews seem to be throwing up. Gameplay looks pretty good, but without any VR, there's no way I'm going to be able to dip my toe in that one. Yeah,
it looks incredibly immersive. You know what I mean? Like, I can only watch it on a flat screen, really. But I could imagine if you had like a set of VR goggles on, that you'd be stuck in that. Like it looked really good.
Yeah, it'd be about My dream with VR is big mech fighting games.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be like real life Robotech.
Yep.
All right, and lastly, in the PS offer this month is Grand Kingdom. It's a tactical RPG. Think along the lines of a turn-based board game, much the same as the old Final Fantasy Tactics. With a lot of mobile sort of phone games in this space as well. Probably not my jam. I've tried these games in the past. They're a bit slow-paced for me, but I might download it and have a look.
That's what looking at it reminded me of. It reminded me exactly of like a mobile game.
Yeah. So, and I think historically the game's been ported from like the Vita or some from an area like that.
Yep. Would kind of make sense.
Say, but that's where its roots were. It was in the sort of mobile handheld game world.
Yep.
And it's sort of they brought it over to the big screen, and what's fun on a train isn't fun in your lounge room.
That's it. That's right.
All right. Well, I'll hand you over to Xbox because
I'll touch briefly on Xbox. We don't have a great deal to offer over there, to be honest. We've got Zombie and Shadow Warrior. Zombie is your typical first-person shooter, zombie shooter type thing. It to me honestly didn't look that good or that fun. Not to say it isn't, but it's free. So if you want to go check it out, you're on Xbox, you want to go check it out, have a look. Just sort of based on what I could watch, I didn't really pick up a great deal from it. Shadow Warrior, however, graphically didn't look great, but it's also a first-person shooter, but more think ninja. You got swords, you got bows, you got all that sort of gear. It kind of looked like it could grab your attention a little better, to be honest.
So if you've ever played the Shinobi games way back on. Yep. So it's the first person version of that?
All of them, yeah. You think sort of more Tenshu Stealth Assassin. This will test your memory. Think more that.
I was terrible at that game.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. So that's what it looked like more to me. Obviously like a first person version of that, but that'd be my pick of the two. Unless you like just run around sort of what looked to be mindlessly shooting zombies. Yeah.
Which seems to be a bit of a popular concept.
That's right. That's right. But all these games are free, guys. So on both platforms this month. So go and check it if you want to go and check any of them out. They're free. Why not? Go do it.
There's some real gems hidden inside like these free games that they release every month. And I usually, no matter what, I'll go through and just flag them in my library so they're there.
That's right. Then you just download them later and
then procrastinate forever and a day. And I'll go try that one day.
Yeah, that's right.
So but as I said, definitely there's some gems in there.
Yeah. That'll take us on to what we plan to do. Now, I wholesale stole this idea off a good mate of mine who also runs a podcast. Do you mind if I shout him out on here, Dan?
No, go for it. We stole his idea. We should at least recognise him.
Exactly. Guy by the name of Karl, Fernando, and Davey Buoy. Good mates of mine. They do a podcast called Defecast, Defecast. What they do is they review movies. So they kind of record their podcast in two halves. One each week, but they do the back end and then they do the front end each week.
Yep.
So they do the back end of the week before and the front end of that current week. But what they do is they will pick a movie. It'll be a surprise to everybody else on the podcast what that movie will be. They take it in turns, and everyone goes off for that week. They'll watch it, write their notes, come back and discuss it. So that's pretty much what we're going to do here with these free games. So if anybody wants to sort of see one of the free games played, maybe you can send us an email at 2thumbspod@gmail.com. What we're going to do is we're going to select a game each podcast, taking it in turns, obviously, and then we'll come back for the next podcast and review it. So the free game I'm looking at picking is going to be Rhyme. That to me, that game looks beautiful. It doesn't look super graphically appealing, but I don't know, something about it just grabs me. So
it's got a nice art direction, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not meant to be super realistic or anything else like that. It's and I've played similar games with similar art, and they can be beautifully immersive for such simplistic art styles. So GG's, enjoy that game.
So we're going to go play that throughout the next fortnight, I guess. So we've got a fair bit of time to play it and get our thoughts on it, and we'll discuss it in the next podcast. If you guys want to play that as well, so you can come and discuss it with us. It is free at the moment. Again, Rhyme. So it's R capital. It's all capitals except for the I. The I is lowercase. So I'm not sure if there's something in that. If it's meant to be pronounced a different way, I have no idea. But we're calling it Rimy. That's Rime. But go to your freebie games for the month, guys, and you can't miss it. That's what we're doing there. Updates, game updates. What do you got for Destiny?
All right, me. All right, let's talk about Destiny. So first of all, we've just had Crimson Days, and they trickled a couple of changes in. So well, Crimson Days. We might as well start with that. What were
Yeah,
your thoughts
that's the
about
big
Crimson
one.
Days?
Man, we jumped into a fair few matches of that. I really enjoyed it. The one thing that got me with it is it felt
Grenades.
big time skip grenades. It felt like Destiny 1 Ability Spam Simulator 2017. Is exactly what that felt like.
Yep. No, I do have to agree with that. Yep, that's what I loved the game mode. Loved it. Yeah, it was great. The twos, the way that they did it, it was built really good tension, and the games were really good like that.
Yep.
But yeah, the grenade regen was crazy, and as I said, I wasn't a fan of skip grenades in D1, and they haven't changed a thing about them. They're like little lost puppies following you home.
As a hunter, I love skip grenades in D1. As a hunter, I hate skip grenades in Crimson Days.
Yeah.
When you're looking down the barrel of 6 skip grenades before you can even move, it's ridiculous.
Well, I had one point. I had a dumb titan. I had my barricade up, the big tall one, in front of a heavy ammo brick wall section spawn point, where it's good. And basically, I was standing behind that, and I was just copying skip grenades from one hunter, because you were down with the other player. You were dancing down the other end of the map with the other dude. And I could not regen my health above half before the next grenade was coming and having a go at me, working its way around the barricade and damaging me.
It's ridiculous. It absolutely was. Yeah. As a hunter, I just spent half the time running around the map to get away from me, trying to go invis so they'd lose me. But yeah, terrible.
So as I said, but apart from that, not crying about that, got around that, got over that, big boy. Yeah, as I said, the rest of it, I adored it. It was good. It felt good. I loved the game mode. It was just better than a standard 2v1. You had the sort of the scores and the lives and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much a wrap up. Would be happy to see that game format pop its head up every now and then in a special playlist.
It was a cool format to take that away. Like the fact that if you sort of split up, you could be seen.
Yeah.
And even though that was a thing, you could still sort of break out and flank around, and make it difficult for them. And they could see that they were being flanked, but a lot of the times you couldn't do a great deal about it. The one thing, I'm just pointing out a lot of negatives here where I actually really liked it, but the map Retribution, that was so boring.
That's the one on the Cabal ship?
Yes, that was so boring.
Run in whole middle room and heavy.
It was whoever gets to the heavy first. It doesn't even have to be ready. It's just whoever gets into that heavy room first wins.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got 11 KD on that map, and I just don't get 11 KDs. That's a foreign country.
Yeah, but now apart from
two's a foreign country.
Exactly, and so apart from that, I actually really did enjoy it. The Burnout. I don't like calling it that. Burning Shrine. What did you think of it? What do you think of the new iteration of it?
It was good to see an old friend back, but someone left to turn the lights off.
It was dark.
So but it was good to see. Yeah, as I said, I always enjoyed that map from Trials. It's got a lot of thorny memories, for want of a bit of a term, because it was the OG Trials map, and that's when Thorn was king. So you could play snipes, head snipes with Thorn back in the day on that map. So it was good, brought back a lot of memories. A bit like what they did with the Venus one, was it the Burning Shores or Shores of Time? Shores of Time.
Yep.
That map, but I don't think they actually changed any scaling on it. It felt the same.
In Burning Shrine?
Yeah.
No, it felt exactly the same.
Yeah, except I think the wheel things, the revolving wheel things that block your view, I think they're spinning faster. Every time I come around a doorway to try and flank someone, they were always down in the wrong spot.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. Like you're saying about those the memories of Thorn. The first thing I did as soon as I sort of spawned in and went, I know this place, I just cowered in a corner. Just for a quick second, I just cowered in a corner. I'm like, oh, Thorn. But,
waiting for the old screen to turn green and you get that hissing sound and
But no, it was a really nice touch.
Yeah. No, and I hope it sort of finds its way into the usual map rotation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't cry if that was the case. So
what other updates
have you got? Wrapped up? I didn't get the Love Heart emote. RNG's is
let's touch on that. I got that
I got
first.
virtually everything else except that.
I got that first ever verse, the first engram I opened. I got sworn at a lot by my chat. I got to tell you, I got 4 undeterred. I have to alliterate that. Undeterred sparrows in one night. So many people swearing at me about that.
Sounds like a bit like my masterwork. So yeah, it felt like the contentious Eververse loot system. It felt better, like with the Crimson engrams. Though it still would have been nicer that if I'd been able to mass enough silver dust, I might have been able to get the emote. But being able to generally, most play sessions, I was getting 3 or 4 Crimson engrams to drop. One or two through leveling, and the others through just RNG. So I didn't feel starved of the special event loot pool like previous events. Something like Festival of the Lost or the Dawning, where the actual event-specific engrams were a bit harder to come by.
Yeah.
That was just my view. I could be completely wrong. And I've got, as I said, I seem to have my RNGs is a bit biased towards me. But yeah, that was my take on it.
Yeah, man, it was raining loot. Whether it was useful or not, it was just absolutely raining it.
Yeah, you're talking to the autistic gunman who just, I use 3 guns and that's about it. So, yeah, people go, oh, guns loot, right? And I'm like, I get all the new stuff. I shoot it 3 times and delete it. I like what I like. And, yeah. Though the banana boat gun has found its way into my inventory.
The banana boat gun.
It's a scout rifle, and I keep getting yelled at by my stream. That because it's the manamana, whatever it is.
Manamana.
I can't pronounce the word, and then everyone gets that song stuck in their head. That scout rifle is a thing of beauty. Yeah.
I've got one. It's sitting in my vault. I meant to pull that out ages ago, but it just stays there.
Yeah, I do it. I masterworked it after half an hour. That's the love I felt.
Oh, okay. I better get it out.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's Crimson Days ticked off. There's nothing else you really want to throw in about that?
No, nothing in there. We're good. Okay,
so we move on to faction rallies, which, man, banana, Christ. So faction rallies, I have gone Future War Cult this time, so it's Future War Cult for the win.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, I've got an untouched record. Yeah, I've got an untouched record, so every time I've supported a faction, they have won so far. I only ever support on one character because I'm lazy. And so I went at the weird guys. And tell me, because I'm ignorant to most of this sort of stuff, the lady that does the voice for Lakshmi, she's the same lady from the senator woman from the Expanse, or the FBI agent's mum from Punisher.
Yes,
the voice sounds exactly the same.
That is her. Yep.
Yeah, good. I wasn't going crazy. All right, so we're back in faction rallies. They're pretty much same old. They've done some tweaking on the points earning thing, so people just can't farm the death out of lost sectors and all that sort of stuff. Though I'm pretty sure if I went on YouTube, I could probably find 100 videos on it.
Yeah, someone asked me last night if I was doing the farming loop. I was like, no.
I run through, shoot the things, and earn tokens as I do stuff.
That's it. I went and pledged to Future War Cult because they're the best, and went and shot stuff in the Crucible. That's how that works.
All right. So my one thing with faction rallies, I wish, is that they kind of ran all the time. So your faction, just like D1, your faction's alive, and they got rotation stocks just like any other vendor.
Yep.
And then we have our rally week where we get a special exotic piece of kit, like me, new Titan hanky, or the like, something desirable, and we get a bit of an XP boost for the week. So it's okay. It's rally week, so we get a you throw your pledge down and you get triple XP for that faction for that week. Meaning, you're dipping into the loot pool a lot more often than you normally would. And you might have you have to go do X number of activities in a little mini quest line or whatever to unlock the exotic piece. So as I said, it can be cosmetic, it can be a ghost, it can be a Titan mark or a class item or whatever. It's just, yeah, as I said, it just feels a kind of an empty event. It's not something I just go, yep, I definitely have to log in today and do. Not like Iron Banner or Crimson Days, where it was pulling me and going, okay, I'm going to go shoot the things and have fun. It's like there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hear. I'd love to see them around all the time. To be honest,
because they are there all the time. They just don't do anything.
They just hang out with Rahul sniffing farts or something, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a reason to go and see them. At the moment, like I played Destiny a lot less than I used to, but as soon as I heard Faction Rallies was out, I didn't have the desire to go, oh, I better go and do that now. I just went, oh wait, I know I'll be streaming it on Friday, so I'll go and play it then. It was no big hurry for me. Where before the very first one, I had to rush out. I had to join all three characters, and
you wanted access to those weapon libraries, and you'd scour YouTube for which gun was OP that week, and jump down and buy it, and then find out, okay, the gun may be OP, but I'm still garbage, so delete.
That's right.
But nonetheless, there was that little bit of a weekly ritual based around factions, which isn't there at the moment. We'll see where they go in that space. They haven't indicated that they're going to move a lot in that space.
Yep.
But yeah, so I got the auto rifle drop for the FWC last night, and I've heard it's not a bad gun, so I might give that a bit of a crack.
Yeah,
I'll say that the pulse rifle dropped, and it's a not half decent weapon. So I haven't tried it in PvP.
Yeah, right.
Sweet. Yeah, all right. I'll see soon. Yeah, I've got my early riser. She's up.
Awesome.
Okay, so anything else about faction rallies you wish to throw in there? We'll move on to 1.1.3, which is dropping on the 27th.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Okay, so what we have in the roadmap is Nightfall scoring, high score tracking, destination emblem variants, Crucible emblem variants, just emblem variants. I'm not going to go through all of them. PC, that doesn't affect us. Fire team members on destination map, which is okay. That'd be great. And some work around the the Destiny companion app, which I probably don't use.
Very handy, that one. Very handy.
Yeah. Well, I've got dim, so yeah. All right, so the changes to the Nightfall, with the scoring and high score tracking, I'm like going, amen. That was something I loved when they implemented it in D1. I'm that natural point scoring type of person.
I just hope they implemented better. When they implemented it in D1, I'm thinking, yeah, here we go. We're going to be able to show off to our friends, or get shown up by our friends, and everyone had the same score.
Yeah. Individual score tracking, definitely. Man.
So hopefully it's individual.
Yeah. No, that's what it's about. Don't care what everyone else is doing. I want to see what I'm doing.
We used to play drinking games. Whoever got the lowest kill count or anything like that had to drink.
Yep.
So you could implement something like that with the scores, but if it's the same score, everyone has to drink.
Yeah.
Well, no one does.
What was that? That was PoE, wasn't it? Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, they had individual scores, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
So have you had a look at what they plan to do with the emblem?
No, not at all.
So what it looks like with the emblems, and I'm not sure if this applies to all Crucible ones, is that each emblem now has an upgrade path. Yep. So shits and giggles, we'll pick on Crucible because that's the one I've seen, is that, the current Crucible one, you see total number of kills in PvP.
Yep.
Well, this one here unlocks different variants of it as you get X number of kills. So if you kill, I think it was 1,000 Titans, you get to upgrade your emblem, and it has a little Titan symbol on it, and underneath shows how many Titans you've killed in PvP.
So it looked like the side of like an old school fighter plane, where you got the symbol and then a little ticks up beside it all.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of Warlock banners. And you can look out there and see how the good fight's going.
Yeah.
So, and I'm assuming that there will be, the PvE, you'll have like a Vex specific banner, or they're more race specific, or you might even get down to like even enemy specific sort of banners.
Yep.
So if you want to be known as the Dan the Vex killer, well, you get your Vex banner out and show that you've killed 10,000 Vex nerds. So yeah, that seems to be, once again, a nice little tweak. It's all numbers that are hidden inside the game. It's good to be able to bring them to the top.
Yep.
So yeah, as I said, you got anything else you want to throw on top of that?
Not really, man. I didn't do any homework on that one, to be honest. So.
No. All right, and lastly, coming in our next Iron Banner rotation. This is a fair bit out in the future. This is in March. One of the things they dropped yesterday was that they're bringing Rumble back.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Rumble will be, what was their words? Also, a big addition, we're eager to share. Rumble will be joining 6v6 Iron Banner and Mayhem in our new rotating weekly Crucible playlist in 1.1.4. So that's sounding fun.
Yeah,
so yeah,
excited
that was, yeah, and that hasn't been discussed, I don't think, inside the Bungie realm. I know outside of Bungie, there's been a whole bunch of chatter about, a lot of streamers and stuff. Bring back Rumble. I don't think I've ever heard Bungie actually say, "Yep, let's do Rumble." So that was a nice little surprise.
Yeah, hang on 1 sec. I just got a host in from somewhere. I have no idea where. Thank you for the host, whoever did that. I should turn those alerts off when we're doing this, I guess. Lesson one static. Podcasting 101, yep. Turn off alerts. All right.
Nice. All right. Cheers for the host, whoever you are. Generous benefactor. All right. So, and sounds like they are going to keep doubles in rotation. So whether it'll be a similar format to Crimson Days or not, we'll wait and see. Okay, and probably the last thing would be the sandbox changes. I'm not going to go through all this sort of stuff, but the exotic tuning that they're talking about.
Yep.
What's his name? I can never pronounce his name properly. But Nusk.
Yeah.
I ran across one of his tweets the other night.
Mike Wazowski? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's it. The Crucible, the sandbox god of the Crucible. And his tweet was, just saw a triple explosion kill from a sunshot. And it's like, yep, that's what we want to see.
Nice.
And that's what we want to see from our exotics. Hard to use, but spectacular results.
Yeah.
So, apart from that, I'm not going to dig too much into that. That's all speculation field. But is there anything in particular you'd like to see rise to the surface in the exotic field?
I'd like to say not particularly any certain exotic at all, but I'd like to see something bring back those hero moments in the game.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want a range buff on Acreus. I feel it can't shoot far enough.
Yeah, you should definitely get a range buff on that so that you can shoot into the next map.
Yeah, shoot into the next game.
Somebody in a whole other game dies by the hand of Dankel 1 and the Legend of Acreus in a match that you're not even in. That's definitely what they should do.
I agree. Being able to pull off, like you said, the hero moment, because you make a good exotic ability play or whatever else like that. That'd be nice. Yeah, like the triple explosion kill where you go, holy shit! I just basically did a team wipe with 3 shots. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's where they feel like they underperform in that realm.
Yeah.
The only one, to be honest, the only weapon that feels truly exotic is the colony.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That's only because those little turds climb the walls.
And
I'm too dumb to. When I jump up, I always jump up next to a wall.
Exactly. There's one running at you along the floor, the other one's coming at you right from that wall that you jumped on.
All right. So I think that's enough Destiny for the week. It's actually good that there's some exciting stuff to talk about.
Yep. I think it's all positive. It's all moving forward.
Yeah. So. Yeah. As I said, I haven't. It's gone through a bit of a slow period and everything else like that. I've still played probably 2 to 3 times a week. I tend not to get too hung up on stuff. So
yeah.
But I can feel some of the changes, and I can see that some of the changes moving forward are going to be a lot more positive.
Yeah, he's hoping.
Yeah. As I said, it was a good game once. We loved it once. Let's not fight again.
Please let's not fight again. All right.
All right, so I'll hand it over to you for some Fortnite stuffs.
Well, yeah, we'll move on over to Fortnite. So at the moment, what do we got? Hang on, we got updates. We just had a big update actually. I had to last minute had to sort of run in yesterday afternoon and have a quick play and see what's going on because I'm not sure what number update it is, but they've just had a big one and it looks really good. Not a great deal of difference as far as the play goes, as far as what you're used to. The biggest one is 60 frames per second. It is so smooth to play now. You notice it the second you jump into that party bus. You start looking around so you can sort of see the map. And it's so smooth. It's beautiful to play now. So that was an exciting thing. At the moment, the Save the World, the PvE content is on sale at 50% off. So that is, what is it? It's $29.97, $29.97 Australian. Whatever that equates to anywhere else in the world, I don't know. Probably like €5 or something. So if that is probably one of the better ways to go about the battle pass at the moment, because you can do daily quests and things like that in it, and that'll get you enough V-Bucks to get your battle pass, which gets you all the cool stuff you unlock as you play the battle royale. What do we got? New stuff in Save the World, which is the PvE content. They've got a hoverboard.
Yeah, I saw that last night.
I'm kind of excited to play that, to be honest, just to go and get this hoverboard. But it essentially, what you can do with that is you can move around without any stamina, without it taking a hit to your stamina. If you're solely a battle royale player, that means nothing to you. But in the Save the World, you actually, if you're sprinting anywhere, you do take a stamina hit. So you have to, you sort of get essentially a sprint lock. So you get locked out of sprint for a while your stamina recovers. There's more notifications. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. What do we got? Black Rage in chat's just told me it is £16.99. About €2.
We can buy a house in Australia for that.
Yeah. They also have the Bald Eagle hand cannon. It looks pretty much like a Desert Eagle. I want it. I want to go get that too. There's also a Snuggle Specialist, so a new character, Snuggle Specialist Sarah. I can only assume, I've not been able to play it, I can only assume she's some kind of healer. Or has some kind of healing ability, which probably adds a really cool aspect into the PvE content. With the Battle Royale, we're up to Season 3 now. You do need to purchase a new Battle Pass. I think I said earlier it's 950 V-Bucks. You can get, I think you can get 1,000 for $15 Australian. So if you don't want to play any of the PvE content, you'd pay half price, you get your Battle Pass. I don't know, if you want to just play the game and have fun, you don't need it. It's everything that you get with the Battle Pass, or everything you earn with the Battle Pass is all cosmetic. Nothing's game changing, there's no pay to win aspect there at all. Everything is purely cosmetic. They've also introduced a kind of public test realm by the way of the shooting test mode. What they're doing there is hoping to get feedback on their first set of weapon adjustments. They're focusing on accuracy, damage multipliers, and damage fall off. So you can jump in, play the test shooter, and give them feedback essentially.
Yeah, so basically a public test server.
That's right. Yep. So that's a cool thing that they're doing now to get feedback, I guess. It seems like they've really ramped up development on the game. I guess now that Aragon, is that their other game, the MOBA style. Yeah. Now that they've axed that, and it seems like everyone must have moved over to Fortnite because there's been a lot happening in the last couple of weeks. Last few weeks since that's gone. So the game is looking really good. If you do play Fortnite, good things have come. 60 frames per second is so smooth. I know it makes aiming easier. It makes everything just that bit easier. I may
have to try it again.
Man, it's worth your time if play a match or two. I find it's, unless you're just a sweaty nerd and really, really, really like to challenge yourself, I find it's just a whole bunch of fun playing with your mates. So you get a team of 4 together and just go and have a laugh. If you want to see,
I've only solo played, so it's probably less enjoyable.
Yeah, it can be difficult. I kind of enjoy that aspect because I know that I'm not, at any point I know I'm not going to be outnumbered.
Yep.
Where, you know, if you're playing duos or you're playing squads, you're looking at bumping into another group of 2. You know, if you've sort of positioned yourself poorly and your teammate's been taken out, or you just queue into it solo because you're weird like that.
Yep.
Well, not weird, but yeah, I've done it a fair few times myself, just trying to challenge myself. It doesn't end well. But yeah, you know, you're always going to run across that team of 2 or that team of 4 that they're just going to make it hard for you.
They're introducing any new weapons?
For like sort of the Valentine's Day
I see they
holiday,
nerfed the double pump shotgun thing that everyone was doing. That was kind of making the internet catch fire with Assault.
Yeah, that was. Look, I mean, you had to pay a price to do that too. You know, it took up 2 weapon slots, so I didn't have a problem with it. It's just, I guess it could be incredibly infuriating, but not for me.
People like being angry.
You've only got a set amount of slots for weapons, and if you're taking some of those slots up with, say, like bandages or med kits or shields, you're taking those slots away anyway. So if you're looking at, you know, potentially from 5 to say 3, you want to sort of heal yourself often and keep shields, you've got 2 of those 3 slots now taken up with a pump shotgun.
Yep.
Let's face it though, the things are an absolute beast. Like a headshot with a pump shotgun to kill you.
Oh, they seem to have actually crazy range. For what I was just, I haven't played it. Watch it, but the shotty's just like unreal range with no spread. It's like, what is it, shooting a big slug out?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but as I said, I have to get in there and try that. So, what is outrageous is there's new secrets around the map. Wooden animals with awesome loot.
Yep.
Nice.
I can only assume it was a crab. I found near out near the swamps. There's a spot on the map called Moisty Mire. I sort of run it out there. I do my normal loop. I go over to the motocross track and then sort of out that way along the map. And there was just a big wooden crab. It was massive. There was 3 chests in the thing.
Nice.
I just grabbed a whole bunch of weapons out of it. You can build off it. You can edit them, which is really cool. It's a really cool feature. Normally you can't edit anything on the map. It was awesome. But then
the crusty crab,
the big crusty crab hanging out in the swamp. So it was kind of cool. I haven't found any more, but I only played. I played I think 3 or 4 matches. For some reason, I don't know why, it feels and moves a little better on the PlayStation. I would have thought it would have gone the other way, especially being that my Xbox is a lot newer than my PlayStation. I don't have an Xbox One X. I don't have a PS4 Pro. So going off the oldest possible versions of both of the consoles, for some reason, I don't know, it just felt like it moved and just worked better on the PlayStation.
Yeah. That's Sony exclusives there happening.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah, extra 3 frames.
Yeah. So what else? They introduced crossbows for the Valentine's Day event. They were cool. I
saw the promo for that. I love the corny sense of humor. Like, the game hasn't really grabbed me real bit, but I love watching the promos. I watch streams.
Yep.
And it was real corny promotional for Valentine's Day for Fortnite.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was good. The crossbows, I used them. I don't think I shot anyone with one. I don't think I saw anyone get shot with one. They were very slow firing.
Yep.
They shot hearts off with them. They shot hearts off with them. I don't know.
Probably relied on like a crit hit or something like that.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Being a bow. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't profess to be the best aim in the world, so there's a good chance that I'm just shit, and a lot of other people got kills with them. But I never saw anyone die. Never ever saw anyone die to them. It was a good little touch that you could hear them whiz past your head. but that was about it. You couldn't hear where they were getting shot from, so they're fairly silent in that aspect. So a silent sniper sort of thing. But yeah, I didn't really rate them that highly.
Nice.
I don't think they got a great deal else on that front. So what?
Okay, so the only other thing is anyone hasn't done it yet, but the Overwatch has released a whole bunch of new skins for the Chinese New Year.
I saw that.
And in typical Overwatch fashion, the skins look fantastic and highly desirable. So
old Blizzard, they know how to make stuff, don't they?
Oh yeah, as I said, I haven't jumped back into it and just got back into the grind for it. But yeah, as I said, that's one of the things they do. They do it well too. So yeah, that's probably about the only other thing of note inside my little gamey world.
Yep. Are there any games you're looking forward to in the future? Anything sort of grabbing your attention?
Well, far out in the future is the next God of War. I'm a big, long-time fan of the series, and so looking to see where they take it. Hopefully it doesn't turn into an open world, like everything else seems to want to turn into. Like the latest Dynasty Warriors, they've gone open world, so it's like Grand Theft Auto set in ancient China. Everything seems to be going open world. It's like, it is not still play games that are contained inside their own little universe and aren't persistent.
Yep.
So yeah, and probably the one that's been haunting me is Monster Hunter World. I'm the
same. The jury's still out.
Fence sitting on this game so hard. It's it ticks a lot of boxes of my RPG nerd, grindy itch thing. But yeah, there's just something about it that I'm there going, can't run out and just do what I've got to do.
Yeah.
Normally, like by now, 4 weeks into a game, it'd be like, I probably would have got it.
Yeah, I was the same. I was trying to give it 2 or 3 weeks, see how it went, see if everyone's still raving about it. It's everything of everything I've seen. It has died back a bit. You're still seeing those guys that are really into it still playing it. So, but I don't know if it grabs me.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the combat. I've read a lot of comparing it to, say, like Dark Souls style combat, and it's punishing and all that sort of stuff. But what I see, hit detection seems to be a big issue inside the combat. I haven't played the game, so be completely off track here. But hit detection seems to be really, really random, which would either add a false level of difficulty to combat or make it easier.
Yep.
And maybe that's what I find off-putting. Just when you're watching it, the guy seems to swing and he's a mile away, and then all of a sudden the creature's leg will light up or whatever, and detecting a hit.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, like the other side of it, that nice RPG grind, etc., looks really desirable.
Yep. But
and honestly, and once again, I could be missing the point here, but it just feels like you follow a green trail, hunt the monster down, and get into a 30-40 minute fight with it. Get some stuffs and do it, and rinse and repeat. So I don't know. As I said, I'm still fence sitting like crazy on that.
Yeah, it's what it seems like to me. Run down the big monster, fight it for a lengthy amount of time, get some stuff off it, go hopefully make some armor or a weapon, and then go do it again.
So in theory, for one, like my standard gaming session, about 2 hours at the end of the day. So in theory, I could probably do two things in a night. So yeah. And I did play the beta, and I had the same impressions coming out of the beta. I think I ran in and I did 2 encounters, and it just felt like, exactly that. Combat didn't feel nice. And I'm going, there's got to be more. And obviously, there's a whole back end of the game, the armor, the building, and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, it was. That's my views. As I said, I'm still fence sitting hard. I was just waiting to see where it goes and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm much the same. I'm still, the jury's still out for me. I might get it. Might get it down the track when it's a fair bit cheaper. I think that might be a while. But I'll give it a look later. It's pretty much the theme of what I do anyway. I check out games about 12 months after they were actually a thing.
That's after they were cool.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I get a lot of people coming into chat going, people still play this game? So like any night playing Destiny 2, really.
So probably the only other one is they've done a remaster. Black Rage just brought this up. They remaster of Shadow of the Colossus.
Yep.
Which I can remember I mucked around with. I can't even remember what generation console it was on, and it never grabbed me back then. But I was dumb back then. So it might be one if I can see it at a good price, I might grab it and give it a go.
Yep.
But I think that's about it in my world. As I said, I'm probably just going to keep playing a bunch of old games for now because it's quiet on the new game front.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Sea of Thieves next month. This one grabbed me real quietly. I didn't expect for it to grab me. I'm like, I played Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and that didn't interest me one bit. I'm like, would you bring pirates into this? But a standalone pirate game where you can shoot yourself out of a cannon, get drunk, run around, be a menace, sink other people's ships. That really appeals to me on some kind of level. The thing I found really interesting, I jumped in with he's now a veteran Sea of Thieves player. The thing's not even a game yet. Jumped in with Logpowerslave last week while the beta was going on. They were doing a stress test, and I had a quick rundown from him and his crew on how to actually sail a ship. And man, I couldn't believe how involved. Like, there's not a great deal you actually need to do, but I can't believe how involved it was just getting around the place.
No.
That was a lot. Even that in itself was a lot of fun, just sailing a ship around. But then you add in the aspect you're going and trying to dig up treasure. You're going to jump on someone else's ship, steal theirs. Try and come alongside, shoot all your cannons into it, and just sink their ship. That was so much fun. I played with Ratified, Deaf Puppies, and Jesus, I can't remember. I'm a terrible person. I can't remember who the third was, but we got in there. It was Sora. It was Sora. No, it was Sora. That's right. He spent the whole game just drinking. So he was always falling off the ship. He didn't really have any kind of impact in the game because he was just always drunk. He was just swaying on the ship. He fell off the crow's nest every 10 minutes. Yeah, it was hilarious. We're trying to sail this ship. He's just drunk. We're trying to fight people. He's drunk. We're trying to get treasure. He's drunk. It was hilarious. So
correct me if I'm wrong. You can cross-play this game between PC and Xbox as well.
Seamlessly, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
The first game I jumped into.
If I ever get a decent PC, I might join you.
Yeah, the first game I jumped into, I had no idea what I was doing or who I was with. They just spawn other people in with you, and 2 of them were on PC.
Yeah,
that
nice.
Absolutely blew my mind. But yeah.
There's that style of game is probably not a huge advantage/disadvantage, whatever platform you're playing on. Either it's not like an FPS where a mouse and keyboard gives you a massive advantage over a controller as such.
Not really. I don't know. There is snipers. They do have snipers in the game, but I don't know if that's really going to be an advantage. I mean, it is a first person. Like, you're in a first person aspect to start with. Yep. But I don't think there'd be a great deal of advantage in that. It might sort of.
Your mouse and keyboard gives you the advantages with the Twitch, where you can do certain things and certain motions with the mouse and keyboard that you can't with the controller, and
there's
not another layer to it.
There's not a great deal at this point anyway that you do as far as your shooting goes. Like, I've boarded a ship, I'm going to try and shoot this guy and whatever else. So it comes down to, if you get into a combat like that, then it might be a thing. I can't see it being a massive thing though, because you've also got a cutlass, which you probably end up using more, because I think until you start getting up in weapons like the small pistol that you start with, it's only got 5 rounds anyway, and then you've got to actually board your own ship again to reload it.
Yep.
So it's the world's slowest reload time.
Yeah, it's a bit like Ill Will, is it?
Yeah, that's right. You got to board your own ship, reload it from your ammunition stocks, and it still reloads faster than the Ill Will. But yeah, we
was actually quicker to die and respawn than it was to reload.
Yeah, we rolled up on this poor dude. He was just in a sloop. We were in the bigger ship, so we caught him fairly fast. Old mate, he was just about to go and drop off all his treasure and get paid. We cut him off before he could do that. We had Puppies was at the wheel doing all the steering. He drove us straight into the back. I was right out the front of the ship, and they've got this thing where if you've got your cutlass out, you sort of hold down your I guess what would normally be your trigger, or it is your trigger. If you hold down your right trigger, you sort of do this lunge forward, and if you're at the extremities of any point of your ship, you actually lunge forward really far. So I boarded this guy's ship before ours even came in contact with him. By the time he turned around to see that the ship was right behind him, I was then behind him. He had no idea.
He did like Superman jump.
Yeah, so this poor dude got killed without seeing it coming, and then we proceeded to sink his ship and take his treasure.
Yeah, and you didn't laugh, chuckle, or do anything radical.
No, there was no laugh. There was no giggling there. No, we literally
this poor soul.
This poor guy. I felt real bad, but then I remembered I was a pirate, so I didn't care. But he had 5 chests, so he'd done a good hour and a half's worth of work to get cut short, like literally meters from the shore.
Rude.
Yeah.
So did I read correctly too? They are doing a stress test this weekend.
They are doing another stress test this weekend. Hopefully they get rid of that rubber band that's at the stairs on your ship. Last week, that was, I mean, we know it was a stress test, but it was still infuriating. You get stuck on these stairs, you know, you're in something like that, you know, you're in a battle like that, and you cannot get up the fucking stairs. It was horrendous. But
it's the peg legs, man. They don't work.
Yeah, that's right. The peg legs. We're getting driven back down the stairs. But yeah, half the time was Sora yelling about how he couldn't get up the stairs. We don't know if it was because he was drunk or because of the rubber banding, but. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, if you're on Xbox or PC, it's probably worth having a look at.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As I said, if I had a machine that was capable of it, I would. I'd be joining you on the high seas, but yeah, at this point in time, I only got a PS4 and a 4-year-old laptop.
No, the game's also graphically beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's quite cartoony, but just to look around, they've just done it so well. It looks amazing.
Yeah, you want it's things like draw distances and the pixelation and glitching. You know, how smooth all that is. How far can you see in the future, and how smooth it is. That's what doesn't matter what the art direction is in a game. It's those things that make a difference.
Exactly.
All right,
a little about wrap us up, my man.
Yep. So, you go first, or I go first. I'm easy peasy.
I'll go first. You can see us on out, my man. So I have been Static Oz. You can follow me here on Twitch, where you're at right now. Please don't right now, because I didn't turn my alerts off like a noob, and it's just going to drown everything out. You can also find me at Twitter at Static Oz, and Instagram Static Oz. You can get me a Facebook, same thing. Static Oz everywhere, guys. So check me out. Yeah. Give me the follows, give me the things, and I'll see you again soon.
All right, and yeah, I'm Dawn of the Dan. So I'm Dawn of the Dan on all the major social thingies, Twitter, Instagram. I'm not on Facebook because I just don't like Facebook, personal reasons. On Twitch, on PSN, I am Dankle1, as we discussed last time. Yeah, come on, Sony. All right, so yeah, you can catch us there, and we also, if you want to sort of throw anything at us or ideas or whatever, there is the email address, which I have forgotten, and I'll let Mr. Static Oz do that. Till then, I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Guys,
that on the internet.
That email address is 2 left thumbs pod. I can't even do it. 2 left thumbs pod at gmail.com. Any questions, suggestions, feedback, shoot us there, guys, and we'll catch up with you.
Yeah, that's it. If there's anything you want us to particularly talk about, or badly, no doubt, with no research or anything else, it's like, what are we talking about again? Throw it in there, and we'll bring it up and we'll discuss it.
Cool.
All right, peeps. Till next time. I'll catch us all later.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
See ya.